Hi, we have discussed in this course business models and business model roadmaps. A business model roadmap describes how you get from an existing to a new business model. But how to get from a new business model to an actual implementation? This is where operating models come into play. An operating model helps you to plan the daily operations and make your business model happen. The operating model is about the how of your business model. It describes what you need to put in place to make the business model work in practice. For example, what personnel do you need, or how many machines, or how much office space. These operational aspects and numbers also help you to assess if your business model is actually feasible. Can it be done in practice? Can you deliver and perform as you intended with your business model? With the operating model, we will make this more concrete and tangible. An operating model can describe the way an organization does business today, but it can also communicate a vision of how an operation will work in the future, often referred to as the target operating model. So, what are the elements of an operating model? Actually, this depends on who you ask and what you want. Operating models can vary in detail, from one-page descriptions, like the operating model canvas, to very precise and detailed descriptions of processes and supporting IT infrastructure, like ETIL. We will describe a concise operating model with 4 components. So, what are these 4 components? Well, we have processes, resources, organization, and, very important, metrics or key performance indicators. Now let's elaborate on these components. So the first component is about the work processes that you need to deliver to create your value proposition and to run your business. A process is a set of activities to realize some value. As an example, consider a company that designs and constructs gardens. The company employs several designers, gardeners, and support staff. Together they work on assignments from consumers, companies, or public organizations. If you think about it, in this case, the processes will include garden design and garden construction, but likely also things like marketing and sales. A process always has a starting point, a trigger, and an ending, when some valuable output is realized. The process garden design is triggered by a customer request and ends with an actual design. Luckily, there are tools like the process journey on businessmakeover.eu that can help you to identify the processes and to sketch the activities within a process. Now, the second component considers the resources that you need to execute the processes. For our garden example, this could be personnel, garden equipment, and vehicles to transport equipment. Another type of resource is information. The information systems and applications needed to support the processes. For example, a computer program for garden design, or a planning tool for scheduling assignments and allocating resources, or a website or a Facebook page for marketing. Now, the third component. This is about organization. How do you organize your business and the people that do the work? You can create an overview of the functions and roles of people and departments. And for the garden company, you could identify designers and gardeners, and maybe someone calculating quotations. You can include required competences and skills of people involved. And make sure to add also the arrangements that you make with suppliers and partners. But for an operating model to be of real use, it's important to add metrics or key performance indicators. This is the fourth component. And with metrics, we mean that you quantify the identified processes, resources, and organization component. Again, for the garden company, relevant numbers could be the number of sales, the conversion rate of prospects, the time spent on the design, or the average time a project takes, etc. With these numbers, metrics, you could determine how many designers and gardeners you need. The metrics help you to quantify the size of your operations and help you to determine the feasibility of your operating and business model. So, in summary, an operating model describes the work processes, the resources that you need, how you are organized, and the agreements you have with others, and especially the metrics to quantify these elements. This will help you to plan your operations and make your business model happen.